storm has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Mariota. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. Give him 2 yards on that play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
29 is Mike 29.
On 3rd down, Mariota going deep here for Stills. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Returnable here for Davis. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, you got 80 weapons. Hey, wahoo!
Jones now throwing again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, They had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Get ready, get ready. Hey, Delta. Mike 50. Now watch run. Now.
Jones on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 52 yards.
And the Jets first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brings up second and 8 at the Bills' 14-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Let's go one more. Slam. Shoot. Watch the shoot. 6-6. Pull it high. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. General West. 5.
Now Anderson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. 61. Matchbox lights.
Third down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 2, just like we saw on first and second down as well. Deuce is wild.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
At the 31-yard line.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
3. Echo. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 right at the 40.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Where are they, team? One.
Alpha.
Mariota. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1.
Let's go, D. One. It's going to be a long day. Check 43.
Johnson. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
The ball carrier, Ed Oliver made the tackle. Brings up third down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard.
Right here.
One.
Check 37. Topper.
Where are they, good?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Blue line.
Bandit. Hey.
One.
Check 25.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13.
Blue line.
We own them. Share. Watch
3.
20.
One.
Charlie.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota runs through the contact. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Blue line.
29. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
Where are they, team?
Get off the field. What? General. Flash. Check.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And an alley to run. And he'll He'll slide down to avoid the contact. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go, go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That is incomplete.
The protection up front, very good on that play. Had all night to throw the football, even though he was unsuccessful.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
5, 56, Mike, 56. Get it.
Now Jones to throw again. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, first down.
Ready.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Alpha.
Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50. All day. All day.
Defense.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Here we go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 1st and 10, Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch that in. 3 down, 3 down. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Let's go.
A give to Anderson here out of the gun. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Jones now on 3rd and 2. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way.
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
All day, baby, all day.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Five.
Jones going to throw again. He sets to fire deep. He's got it at the 15. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
56.
Go.
Right there, right there.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Look at me. Zipper.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
3 down. 3 down. Hey, Haywood.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for DJ Chark. Incomplete. It's fourth down.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run again on first down. Anderson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 50 to hey, 2. Hey, tight down. There you go. Hey, alert.
Now.
On second and 9, Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
New York.
60 outlaw.
Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 50's the money.
Hey, box truck.
Watch the pass. Nice 50.
Yep.
50.
Ready?
Here's Jones on first down. Sharks got it, left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Now Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
50, check my 50.
Now.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
One.
Check 24, watch 24.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got a seal. Get him.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
29 is the Mike 29. I got you. Scene 6. Mike 29.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
From the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there.
Watch the screen.
One.
29 is the Mike 29. I got you.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Or it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, nice 7. Hey, Delta. 5.
Jones now throwing again. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Throwing Jones. That's caught right side by Anderson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate Big plays for an offense.
Watch twitch.
General West. Go, go.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Ready, ready. 8, read. 61, matchbox lights. Good.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
29 is the mic.
Mariota now. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Michelle. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Pilot 64, weak.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota to Michelle on the screen. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On the ground, Michelle. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Mike 29, I got you.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Now Johnson, about 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. From the gun, they run with Michelle. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And it's Michelle once again. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Now Mariota, and he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Mariota now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. They'll run with Michelle. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Here's Johnson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On 3rd down, Michelle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
I see you, boy. I see you.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. This is caught, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come up on a first and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll run it with Johnson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check race don't travel, race don't travel. One. Bravo.
Now Mariota. This will be caught at about the 6. And oh, he coughed it up, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
At the 46-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. They run. Anderson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score Jets 13, Bills nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
Check back.
Turn 18.
Slip.
One.
Orbit. 29 is mine.
First down, Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
One.
29. Delta. 29. Watch the pass. Here we go.
One. 3.
Wahoo.
On second down, Mariota again. Shoves him aside. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check 50.
One.
Check.
One.
To the air again, Mariota. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
One.
From the red zone now, Mariota. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Stills the intended target, but it'll be second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
One.
29 is the mic.
Throwing again, Mariota on second and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Let's make these babies crawl.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. DJ Chark, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Jones. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The Jets on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be third and forever.
Reset. Mike 50.
Hey, Alpha.
Pick it up, D. Hey, Mike's 50. Woo-hoo. Mike's 50.
Go.
Looking to throw. Jones. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for the Jets, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause I like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey,
we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute. Big number.